Imagine biting into a warm, flaky pastry on a lazy Sunday morning, sipping sweet milk tea from your favorite cafe, or crunching into a bag of chips while watching a movie. These moments feel harmless, even comforting. But hidden inside many of these everyday treats is a silent saboteur, one that does not announce itself with bold labels or alarming warnings. It slips into your body quietly, reshaping your arteries from the inside out, turning soft passageways for blood into stiff, narrow tunnels. This invisible thread is trans fat, and it may be far more dangerous than most people realize. For years, sugar and saturated fat have shouldered the blame for heart disease and stroke. But emerging research reveals that trans fat operates on another level entirely. Unlike other fats that the body can process or store, trans fat actively disrupts the delicate balance of cholesterol in the bloodstream. It boosts the kind of cholesterol that clings to artery walls like grime in a pipe, while simultaneously stripping away the protective cholesterol that helps keep those same arteries clean and flexible. The result is a double-edged assault that accelerates the hardening of arteries, setting the stage for life-threatening blockages. What makes this especially troubling is that trans fat is not some rare chemical confined to laboratory settings. It is woven into the fabric of modern eating, lurking in snacks, baked goods, fried foods, and even beverages that millions consume without a second thought. One of the most insidious aspects of trans fat is how it hides in plain sight. Walk down any grocery aisle, and you will find products labeled as creamy, rich, or buttery, without a single mention of trans fat on the front. Flip the package over, and the truth may still be obscured. Instead of the straightforward term, manufacturers often use technical-sounding ingredients like vegetable shortening, margarine, powdered cream, or hydrogenated oils. These names sound neutral, even healthy, because they contain the word vegetable. But in reality, they are code for fats that have been chemically altered through a process called hydrogenation, which turns liquid oils into solid fats to extend shelf life and improve texture. This industrial trick gives cookies their crisp snap and creamers their smooth swirl, but at a steep cost to human health. The danger does not stop at factory-made foods. Trans fat can also be created in home kitchens, often unintentionally. Many people believe that heating oil until it smokes adds depth of flavor, especially in stir-fries where that signature wok fragrance is prized. But that smoke is a warning sign. When oil is pushed beyond its smoke point, its chemical structure begins to break down, forming harmful compounds, including trans fats. Reusing the same oil for multiple rounds of frying only compounds the problem, as each heating cycle generates more of these toxic byproducts. This means that even meals prepared with good intentions, homemade, from scratch, with love, can unknowingly contribute to long-term cardiovascular damage if cooking methods are not adjusted. The good news is that the body responds quickly when trans fat is removed from the diet. Unlike some forms of damage that take years to reverse, studies show that eliminating trans fat can begin to improve cholesterol profiles in a matter of weeks. This offers a powerful opportunity for change. But it requires awareness, because trans fat does not announce itself with obvious symptoms. There is no pain, no immediate reaction, just a slow, silent buildup that may go unnoticed until a heart attack or stroke strikes without warning. That is why prevention hinges on knowledge, not just willpower. So how can ordinary people protect themselves in a food landscape designed for convenience over clarity? The first step is shifting the way we read labels. Instead of focusing only on calorie counts or fat grams, attention must turn to the ingredient list. Look for any mention of hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils. These are definitive markers of trans fat, regardless of what the nutrition panel claims. Be skeptical of terms like non-dairy creamer or vegetable fat, which often serve as euphemisms. Even products marketed as healthy or low-fat may rely on these altered fats to maintain texture, trading one health claim for a hidden risk. Beyond labels, rethinking cooking habits can make a profound difference. Choosing oils with higher smoke points, like avocado or refined olive oil, for high heat cooking reduces the chance of creating trans fats at home. Avoiding the reuse of frying oil, and never letting oil smoke, are simple but effective safeguards. Embracing gentler cooking methods like steaming, boiling, or baking not only sidesteps these risks but also preserves the natural flavors and nutrients of food. A steamed sweet potato, for instance, offers natural sweetness and fiber without the chemical baggage of a processed snack. Fresh fish grilled with herbs delivers richness without the arterial toll of heavily processed meats packed with fillers and stabilizers. This is not about perfection or austerity. It is about awareness and choice. No one expects anyone to overhaul their entire diet overnight. But each small decision, to skip the cream-filled pastry, to ask for milk instead of non-dairy creamer in coffee, to cook with fresh ingredients instead of pre-packaged mixes, adds up over time. These choices are not just about avoiding harm, they are investments in future vitality. They are the difference between waking up at 60 with strong, flexible arteries or facing bypass surgery because decades of hidden fats have taken their toll. Public health efforts have made some progress. Many countries have banned or severely restricted industrial trans fats, leading to measurable drops in heart disease rates. Yet loopholes remain, and in places without strict regulations, manufacturers continue to use these fats because they are cheap and effective. That places the responsibility squarely on the consumer, but not as a burden, rather as a form of empowerment. Understanding how food is made, what ingredients really mean, and how cooking methods affect health turns every grocery trip and every meal into an act of self-care. At its core, this issue reflects a larger truth about modern eating. Convenience often comes at a hidden cost. The foods that last the longest on shelves, that taste consistently rich, that require no preparation, they are engineered for shelf stability and mass appeal, not for human biology. Trans fat is a prime example of this disconnect. It serves the needs of industry far better than it serves the needs of the body. Recognizing this allows people to reclaim agency over what they consume. The story of trans fat is not just a medical warning, it is a call to pay closer attention. It reminds us that health is not always found in the latest superfood trend or expensive supplement, but in the basics: reading labels, cooking mindfully, choosing whole foods over processed ones. It is about seeing through the marketing gloss to the ingredients underneath. And it is about understanding that the most dangerous threats are often the ones we cannot taste, smell, or see. In a world where food is abundant but not always trustworthy, knowledge becomes the most essential ingredient. By learning to spot the disguises of trans fat, adjusting how we cook, and valuing simplicity over artificial richness, ordinary people can take meaningful steps toward protecting their hearts, not just for today, but for the decades to come. The power to change does not lie in a doctor's office or a government policy alone. It sits right there in the kitchen, in the shopping cart, in the quiet moment of choosing what to eat next. And that is a power everyone can wield. If this opened your eyes, even just a little, hit that like button, share it with someone who loves their snacks and their heart, and subscribe for more real talk about the hidden truths in everyday life. Stay curious, stay aware, and remember, the healthiest choices often start with a single question: what's really in this? See you next time.